All right, hello everybody, and welcome again to another live stream here on Woo English. As always, I will be your host, and my name is Hamza. So today we are going to talk about a very interesting biography today. The biography, of course, today is the biography of none other than Martin Luther King. So, as we have started like a few weeks ago, so each week we are going to cover the biography of one of the very prominent people in the history of humanity. And we are going to cover them here live on our live stream. And also, I'm going to refer you to the video that we are going to listen to. So, we do a reading slash listening, and at the same time we are learning live, so we are practicing our English. We will see some points in vocabulary. We also learn some history. So it's a listening and reading live stream, and at the same time it has more than that. So it offers you more than just practicing listening or reading, but also practicing your language, practicing your vocabulary, learning new words, learning new idiomatic expressions, and also kind of speaking, since we are going to discuss some quotes at the end of the video. I can already see Arsenal is here, having or saving his seat. So the first seat, Arsenal, thank you. How are you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. So what about you? So let us know that you guys are here, but by saying hi or saying salamu alaikum like Arsenal did, or saying aloha, or saying whatever you guys prefer to greet with. Great to hear, Arsenal. Awesome. All right, so I can see 10 people already like watching the live stream, but I'm already interacting with one of them. So join, don't be shy, join the discussion, join, just at least say hi so that you can beat your shyness, right? So say hi in the chat, challenge yourself to say hi. I know you are very shy, you are hovering your finger over the keyboard and you're like, am I gonna say hi? They're gonna laugh at me. No one is gonna laugh at you here, actually. So if I don't laugh at you, no one is gonna laugh at you. I'm just joking. So yeah, today the live stream will be a discussion of the life of Martin Luther King. Here we go. More people are starting to beat their shyness and saying hi in the comment. Ellie, hi. How are you doing? And where are you joining us from? Welcome. This is what I really like. New people like stepping up and saying hi in the chat. So I still need more people. Arsenal, of course, always here, like helping with the engagement. And also Ellie right now challenged himself or herself to say hi in the chat. I want the others to do the same thing. Say hi. Tell me where you are joining us from. Come on. I know your mind is resisting and saying, no, I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. I want to stay here. I want to just watch. You are not going to learn English that way, right? You are not going to learn English that way. You need to. From Cameron. All right. So, hey, okay. So we are from the same continent. I'm from Morocco, Africa. So we are from the same continent. Perfect. All right, I need more brave people like Arsenal and Ellie. More brave people challenging themselves to say hi. I'm waiting. Don't be shy. Say hi. All right, all of the people watching right now are from YouTube. So I think YouTube, it's easier to engage on YouTube than on other platforms. Arsenal saying hi again because he's so brave. Saying hi once more. All right, so Arsenal is saying hi for all of you. So join Arsenal, join Illy in the chat. I will wait for you. I want to hear you. I want to see you beat your shyness. All right. I want you to feel uncomfortable by saying hi, telling us where you are from, and it will feel very natural. You will beat your shyness. You will beat your discomfort. Once you say hi in the chat. Thank you, Arsenal. Yes. Oh, nice. Were you studying here in Casablanca in Morocco? Were you studying, or what were you doing? Were you working, studying, just visiting for tourism? What? If of course, if I'm allowed to ask. Okay, if you are this shy to say hi, make sure to at least like this video. So no one's gonna see you. Maybe your friends will see you say hi on a live stream and they will laugh at you. All right, but they won't see you clicking the like button. So make sure to click the like button. All right, here is Amin. Here is Amin as well. Here is Amin very directly. He comes in, he say hi, right? So that's the attitude that I really like. Yeah, Amin is here. Okay, so shall we start? All right, I think we should start. So before listening, I want I will recapitulate for people just joining. So today we are going to have a live stream, reading, listening at the same time. So you will be reading on the screen. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Sophia is here. Sophia, hey, how are you? All right. Great. Sophia, it's been a while since I last saw you here on the live stream. So today's live stream is about Martin Luther King. All right, Luther King Jr. It's reading and listening at the same time because we will be listening, but the text will be on the screen. After that, we will discuss his story. So you will practice listening and speaking. You will practice English as well because we will do vocabulary section later on. And before listening, let's just try to understand who is this guy that we are trying to talk about. What is the context of his life? When did he live? Why is he so important in American history? All right, what did he do after all? So let's start. Martin Luther King delivered the famous speech entitled, this was the quiz that I shared with you earlier on the channel. It's very important because the most famous thing that Martin Luther King did was to deliver the speech. It's a very famous speech, one of the most famous speeches in the world, right? One of the most famous speeches. But what is it called? Is it called I Have a Dream, the Gettysburg or the Gettysburg Address, or Tear Down This Wall? Which one of these titles was his speech? Yeah, it's been a while. Amin says, I have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream. Oh, really? Really? You'll learn a lot of things about him today. I have a dream. All right. So again, what is the speech, Ellie? I have a dream. All right. All right. Maybe you are hearing some noise right now. My laptop is oh my god. The internet is so slow. It's cutting because I wanted to show you a part of his speech. All right, this is the most famous part. I'm gonna show you the most famous part of his speech. All right, I hope you can see this. So we're just gonna listen to a small part. This is from.
In a nation be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
All right, that was actually the actual speech he is known for. It's called I Have a Dream. Okay, perfect. Okay, we have new people today. I'm very excited today. Okay, hey, where are you from? He talked about brotherhood in this speech. Indeed, yes. It's a very good one. I can see it in here. Thank you, for confirming. Yeah. So the part that you heard is from a long speech entitled, indeed, I have a dream. I have a dream. All right. So I have a dream. The dream was about abolishing not just slavery, because at that time slavery was already in the past. Martin Luther King is famous for his role in the Civil War, Civil Rights Movement, America's independence. So which part of the American history was Martin Luther King very important in? Banned slavery. But that was way after slavery was banned. I'm gonna explain these later. Amin says civil rights movement, America's independence. Okay. Any other guesses? Because we have already 2 guesses, so someone needs to get the third one, and we are back to point 0, where we don't know which one is it, because each one says a different choice. I'm just joking, Okay says civil rights movement. All right, let's check. Absolutely, civil rights movement. Let me explain. So America's independence was in the 18th century. Right? 18th century. So that means it was in the 1700s, right? In the 1700s, because America got its independence in 1775 or 1774, 5. I'm not exactly sure. Or 5. 1774 or 1775. I'm not sure. Okay. Civil War was about slavery, because the North, they wanted slavery to finish. They don't want black people to be slaves and be a property of white people. That happened in the 19th century. In the 19th century, in 1800s, in 1860 something, America officially made a law that says no white person can own a black person. Black people are free from that day on, right? Especially in the South. The civil rights movement, what is it? Well, even after black people were free, the problem remained that white people treated them very bad, even if they were free. Okay, and they still do until now. So even if they were free, they still treated them very badly. So then came a lot of people, including Martin Luther King, and said this needs to stop. Black people, white people should be brothers and sisters. They shouldn't be opponents. They shouldn't be enemies. They should be brothers and sisters, all right, with each other. So civil rights movement is the right answer. Next one, Martin Luther King. So how did he fight for his ideas? Violent protests or peaceful protests? Which one is it? While preparing my school lunch? I mean, you prepare your own school lunch? That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Nice. So, Martin Luther King believed, Junior, because his father was senior, Martin Luther King believed in peaceful protests or violent protests, because there are a lot of people who believe that in order to gain our freedom, we should fight. There should be blood. There should be people dying. That's the price of freedom. But other people, they believe, well, it can be achieved with peace. Amin says with peace. You guys are very peaceful here. I don't have no one who is. Ahmed, hey, how are you? Peaceful protests and non-violence. Peaceful protests. Absolutely. Absolutely. Martin Luther King, he believed in peace. He said, well, even if white people, well, not all white people, some white people hate black people and treat them very badly, we still can have peace and we can achieve brotherhood and sisterhood through peace and not through war. We don't want war anymore. Segregation laws allowed people of different races to sit together in public places. By the way, this is the most important thing that Martin Luther King fought against. It's segregation. So before you answer for me this question, what is segregation? Can you explain to me what segregation is, guys? Ahmed, how are you doing? Amin is welcoming you. True. So segregation laws, there were laws in the United States. So after there was no slavery anymore, no white person can buy a black person anymore. That's not allowed, okay? Even after that, there was segregation. What is segregation first? And then we can understand the question. So can someone explain to me, what do we mean by segregation here? Because it's a key word today. For today's session, it's a key word, segregation. We need to understand segregation in order to understand today's live stream. So segregation allowed people of different colors to sit together. So I have a true, false. Iman is here as well. Okay, so I have all my favorite people here. Inequality. For those of you who don't know, Iman is my wife. So she is here as always to make fun of me and to just to see people bullying me here online. So she enjoys that. Making differences because of color, other treatment because of difference. Kind of. So it's kind of inequality. It's kind of inequality. So I will explain to you what is segregation. Segregation means separation. Very simply. Very good. Ellie, very good. Very good. This discrimination, kind of discrimination. But more precisely, it means separation. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, after slavery, no more slavery in the United States. But if you are a black person, you cannot study in the same school with the white person. So there was a school for black people and school for white people. So there is no more slavery, but still black people were kept apart, were separated from white people because they think, well, we are white, so we are better. And people are black, they are worse, right? So this is how a lot of people thought at that time. Oh, great! I'm helping you. That's one of the things. So one of the things, like Ahmed here says, is that black people cannot vote. Imagine you pay your taxes. You are a citizen, all right? You pay your taxes and you live in a country, but you can't make any decisions because you cannot vote. All right. How crazy is that? So segregation, I will repeat, segregation means separation. After slavery was abolished, after slavery was finished, America still separated black people from white people. So there were schools for black people and schools for white people. I want to show you a picture actually. Segregation water, right? So I want to show you something, how further or how deep segregation went. So it was school for black people, school for white people. What else? All right, let me show you a picture. And church for black people, church for white people. So white people, they no longer own black people. They can no longer buy them, but they cannot be with them at the same place. For example, segregation even in water. So this is a fountain for white people, and this is a fountain. Look at the fountain for black people. It's very bad. And look at the fountain for white people. So even for water, white people and black people cannot drink from the same place. This is segregation. And this is what Martin Luther King, the person we are talking about today, fought against. He said, this is not okay. This is not okay. Black people, white people, they should be brothers and sisters because God created us equal. So this is basically what they fought for. I hope I'm making sense. Pamela is here. Amin is helping me because sometimes I'm talking and there is someone who says hi and Amin is there. It's actually false. All right? Because segregation laws, it says white people and black people cannot sit together in the same place. They cannot they cannot study in the same school. They cannot even drink from the same place. How awful were these laws? So this is what Martin Luther King was fighting against, right? Next one. Martin Luther King grew up in a time where segregation was still legal in many parts of the United States. When he was alive, segregation was still a thing. What's the difference between segregation and discrimination? If I was black at the time, I would use all the white resources. No. You could go to jail. You could go to jail. All right? If you do that. Indeed, unfortunately. You could go to jail. Right? If they found a black person going to a fountain or drink from a place for white people, you could go to jail. By the way, even on buses, white people should sit in the front and black people sit in the back. So let me go to Pamela. She asks a very, very beautiful question. What is the difference between segregation and discrimination? I will explain it very, very quickly because I want to go to the listening part. Segregation is separating black people and white people. Discrimination is when you treat one group of people very badly. You discriminate against them. All right? So segregation is separation. We separate black people and white people. Discrimination is when we don't allow a certain group to enter in a certain thing, right? So, for example, we discriminate against women, so we don't allow them to be president or be ministers, etc. So that's basically the difference. I see a lot of true people answering true. It's encouraging old friends in the live are there and new users come to learn with us. Yeah, I noted that there are a lot of new people today. Wonderful. But they don't say hi. They are not engaging with us. True. I can see you. You are watching us and you are not engaging with us. I can see you. You need to engage with us. You need to beat your shyness. I know your fingers are hovering on the keyboard. You want to type something. You want to type just hi, guys. And join the conversation. But your shyness is keeping you there. You're afraid maybe they will judge me. Maybe they will think I'm a nerd. Well, we are all nerds here. Flash news. We all are nerds here. Yeah. So don't be shy. Join the conversation. Nothing's gonna happen. No one's gonna laugh at you. Do you see us laughing at the people who are engaging with us here? No one is laughing at anyone, right? So join us. Maybe I will laugh at you. No, I'm just joking. I don't laugh at anyone. Happen at exactly. Discrimination and segregation can happen at the same time. Segregation is separating. Discrimination is when one of these two groups can be treated less than others. Martin Luther King died of cancer. Is this true or false? What do you guys think? I see more people joining. Welcome. Today we have a listening and reading, so join us. We haven't started yet. Stay there. Don't go. I can see you. You're trying to scroll away. False. So what did he die of? If this is false, what did he die of? I like that you corrected it. Pamela says it's true. So again, we are having a listening and reading. So you should stay. We are going to listen to the story, true, even if I don't know. So you are just guessing. Well, this part is very sad, actually. This question is very sad. Listen. False. He didn't die of cancer. He was assassinated. He was killed. Why? Simply because he told please stop separating black people and white people. Simply because he said, this is not okay. So simply because he said this is not okay. Separating white people and black people is not okay. We are all people. We are all human beings. All right? The color of your skin means nothing. Means nothing. We are all the same deep down, right? He was killed because he told people that black people should study in the same school with white children. That black people should sit next to white people on the bus. That white people and black people should drink from the same water fountain. He was killed. Right? So that's how crazy the United States was at the time, right? It's very sad. It's very sad, right? It's very sad. He was killed by he was killed by a white person, indeed, by a racist white person. Yeah, absolutely. So Martin Luther King, that we are going to listen to his story right now, died simply because he had a dream that white people and black people can live together in peace. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? All right, so now we are going to do our first listening. Finally, I've been speaking so much, and I know you guys want to listen to the story. And his dream came true. Too bad he didn't live to witness it. I really like it, and I really like that you spelled witness with white. Witness is pronounced like this. it's pronounced like this. It's spelled like this. Okay. So, let's listen to the story without further ado. I'm gonna jump right into listening. So, let me know, please, if you can hear well, if you can see well. I'm gonna try to shut up because I've been talking too much, and I know I annoyed a lot of you. So please listen carefully because questions will follow. Okay, let's listen.
Chapter 1: The Birth of a Dream. In the heart of the South, in Atlanta, Georgia, on a cold January day in 1929, a child was born. His name was Martin Luther King Jr., a name that would one day be spoken with reverence across the world. But on that day, he was just a baby. A baby.
I'm sorry. I will from time to time stop like this the reading so that I can explain reverence. So his word will be with reverence, meaning with respect. A lot of people will respect.
But on that day, he was just a baby born into a world where the color of your skin determined your place, where some doors were closed simply because of who you were. The King family, though, they were different. They were a beacon of hope in a world filled with darkness.
So a beacon of hope. Remember this. They were a beacon of hope. Where is it?
The King family, though, they were different. They were a beacon of
hope. A beacon of hope means a light of hope, right? So it's an idiomatic expression. You are a light of hope.
In a world filled with darkness. His father, Reverend Martin Luther King Sr., was a man of strong faith and even stronger conviction. He preached to the people of his church, teaching them that God created all people equal. His booming voice filled the sanctuary every Sunday, urging his congregation to rise above hatred, to believe in something greater. And little Martin, he listened. His mother, Alberta, was a gentle soul, but she had fire in her heart too. She was educated, strong, and she never let Martin forget that he was somebody, that his life mattered. She filled their home with music and books, teaching her children about the world beyond the segregated streets of Atlanta.
So remember, when he was born, everything was segregated. So his mother taught him through music and books. Well, even if there is segregation, there is still something higher, right? We are all human beings. We are valued. Don't let the fact that some people think that you are less to believe that you are less, right? Even if they think so, don't believe that. It's just segregation. And Martin Luther King will later grow to fight against this idea.
And though their home was filled with love, Martin couldn't escape the world outside. At 6 years old, something happened that young Martin would never forget. He had two best friends, white boys from a family that lived just down the street. They played together every day, running through the neighborhood without a care in the world. But one day, everything changed. The boys' parents told them they couldn't play with Martin anymore.
All right. This is where it all started. This is very sad. Like, if you read this sentence, it's really, really sad. It's three boys, two white, one black. They love each other. They play together. And the parents of the white boys tell them, don't play with that black kid because he doesn't have the same skin color. Right. That's, imagine a 6-year-old being told, don't play with that other kid because his skin is different. Though before they were playing just fine. How awful is that?
Because of his skin color. Why? Martin asked, confused, his heart heavy with a new kind of pain. What did I do? It wasn't what he had done. It was who he was. And in that moment, Martin felt the sting of injustice.
All right.
It was sharp.
I really love this word here. All right, let me
It wasn't what he had done. It was who he was. And in that moment, Martin felt the sting of injustice.
Yeah, I really love this word. So he was 6-year-old. His best friends were not allowed to play with him anymore. Imagine a 6-year-old who just like innocently plays with other kids. And then their parents say, don't play with that kid. He is black. So as a 6-year-old, he felt the sting. You know, a bee will sting you. So the injustice between white people and black people, it stung him, right? It was like he felt something like sting him. It was like something sharp stings him, right? So it was painful. That's how
Justice. It was sharp. It was cruel. And it planted a seed inside him that would grow into something much larger than even he could imagine. His parents tried to comfort him, telling him that the world wasn't fair, but that didn't mean it couldn't change. His mother reminded him of the words of the Bible. You are as good as anyone else. His father spoke with anger in his voice, but also with hope. He told Martin that it was wrong, this system, this segregation, and that one day it would have to fall. But Martin was just a child. How could a child understand the weight of such words? How could a child carry the burden of centuries of oppression on his small shoulders?
I really love this sentence as well. So I want you to enjoy the story with me, okay, as we go through it. So imagine a little kid of 6-year-old, and he has the burden, he carries the burden of centuries of struggle between black people and white people. And he decided as a 6-year-old, because he felt the sting. You remember this sentence? He felt the sting. All right, he felt the sting of oppression and injustice. He felt it. So he felt how millions of black people have felt before him. All right, for centuries. They felt oppressed. They felt injustice. So he carried the burden on his small shoulder.
Yet, he did. Even then, something deep inside him began to stir. As Martin grew, so did his awareness of the world around him. The signs were everywhere. Whites only, coloreds only.
So, as he was growing up, his his best friends were not allowed to play with him because he was black. And wherever he goes, he will find these signs that we saw earlier. I will show them again. Wherever he goes, wherever he turns his little head, he will find white only, colored only. These signs were everywhere in America at that time. This school, white only. This school, black only. This bus, white only. This bus, black only. This church, white only. This church, black or colored only. Even water fountains, as we can see on the screen. There was fountains for white people, fountains for black people, and you can guess which one was good, which one was bad. Of course, the white one was good. The black or the colored one was bad. Same thing for schools. Schools for white people were the best. Schools for colored and black people were the worst. All right, so you can imagine the world where this little kid grew in and why it played a role building his character.
Whites only, coloreds only. He saw the lines, the divisions. He felt the cold stares when he entered a store. He heard the whispers of hatred that followed him when he walked through the wrong part of town.
Sorry, I need to see some words because I'm sorry, I didn't follow the chat for a while because I'm following the text. So I will say burden. Burden is responsibility, all right? Burden. It's something that is a responsibility. Fall, well, the burden falls on you, right? So it falls. For example, if I lit this pen, right? If I lit this pen, it will fall. So the burden of this injustice fell on his head or on his shoulder. Great. Okay. Pamela is helping me. Thank you, Pamela. I can hear some...
Still, he wasn't alone. He had the strength of his family to guide him. His father was his hero, a man who fought against injustice from the pulpit and in the streets. He led protests. He spoke out against the laws that kept black people in chains, and Martin watched, listened, learned.
Even his father was fighting, was protesting, so that's where he learned.
The church became Martin's second home. It was a place of refuge, a place where the weight of the world lifted for a while. Every Sunday, he would sit in the front row, his eyes wide as he listened to his father speak. The power of his father's words moved him, shook him to his core. God is on the side of justice, his father would say. And with God, all things are possible. But it wasn't just his father's sermons that shaped him. Martin began to find inspiration in the teachings of great thinkers.
By the way, so a sermon is all the activities that we do in church, right? So, for example, preaching, singing, the discussion, etc. We call that.
But it wasn't just his father's sermons that shaped him. Martin began to find inspiration in the teachings of great thinkers. He read the words of Mahatma Gandhi, of Henry David Thoreau, and he began to understand the power of nonviolent resistance. He learned that real change, lasting change, came not through violence, but through love, through peace, through the refusal to be silent in the face of oppression. Yet even with all these lessons, Martin was still just a boy, growing up in a world that didn't see him for who he truly was. But with every injustice he faced, with every cruel word or unfair law, the fire inside him burned brighter. There was one moment, one conversation that changed him forever. He was sitting with his father one evening, talking about the world and all its problems. His father looked him in the eyes, his voice serious.
All right. So sorry again if I keep pausing the video because I see some questions here. Core is the inside of something, right? The core. So it changed him to the core. So it's like it changed him to the heart. All right. So the core is your heart. It's like the inside of you. I hope that's the same context where it was used. Refuge is somewhere where you go and hide. All right. For example, when my father was angry, my mother was my refuge. Or when I was a little kid, I didn't have any friends. So books were my refuge. That's a place where I will go, right? So a refuge, it's now it's a derivation of the word refugee that we can hear today. When there is war in a country, the people who flee, who run away, we call them refugees when they go to another country and say, hey, can we hide in your country? Because in our country, there is war. That's a refuge. So, refuge is a place that you go to hide, especially from danger. And then I have a sermon. So, a sermon, as I said, is a the preaching that a preacher or uh, uh, what we call a priest does in church. So we call this a sermon, right? Sermon. Sorry again if I keep pausing. Like I don't want to like. I'm less interested in like you guys listening to all of this because it's 1 hour. So we are going to just listen to like seven minutes, and then you can go later and listen to the full story. What I'm more interested in here is we want to learn the language through what we are listening
but full
to.
of love. Martin, he said softly, you must never hate. No matter what they do to you, no matter how hard life becomes, you must love. Love
really
is
love
the only force strong enough to defeat hate.
I really love these words. So this is what his father told him. So imagine you are oppressed, you are segregated, you are looked down at. A lot of people they hate you, but still you tell your kid, hey, even if they hate us, we should love them. All right, never hate. Even if you are hated, never hate. How beautiful is this father? That's amazing.
Those words stayed with him. Always. They echoed in his heart, in his mind, every time he faced.
All right, so echo means it keeps repeating. If you go to a cave or an empty room and say hi, you will hear hi, 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 hi. Right, the sound keeps repeating. That's an echo. That's an echo. So the words of his father kept repeating in his head and his mind and his heart.
Faced hatred in the years to come. The world outside was dark, the future uncertain. But within the King home, there was light, there was faith, and there was hope. And in that environment, the seeds of Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream began to grow. He wasn't just a boy anymore. He was a young man with a purpose.
I think we can stop the listening here because I want to practice with you more. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So I want to practice. I think we have heard enough. I think what we have listened to will allow you to answer the question that I have. All right. So I hope you were paying attention, though I was bothering you with all my speech. Question number 1. Who is Martin? Of course. Of course, I'm not asking you to define who is Martin. This is just the name of the section. So in this section, we will know Martin first. So, first question. Finish following sentences. Martin Luther King Jr. was born in. Number 2. At the age of 6, Martin lost 2 of his closest friends because of accident, because of an accident, because of what? Because of war. Martin Luther King taught his congregation, so this is his father, taught his congregation, meaning people in his church. What did he teach them? So let's see if you guys were not paying attention. Let's see. All right, a lot of answers going on. 1929. But what is the time? I mean, in. All right, in. All right, cool. Nice. That's number 2, probably. I mean, that's number 2. Ellie, 1929. Interesting. You guys are very smart, right? Number 2. Why did he lose his friends? Amin says his color. Because they were black. No, they were white, actually. They were white. It was him who was black. It was Martin who was black. But like Amin said, I think it goes to the same direction. It's because of his skin color. Can you imagine a 6-year-old losing his best friends? Very simply, because he was born with a dark skin and they were born with a light skin. It's very sad. But at least, well, though it's sad, it gave us Martin Luther King. So he grew up and he fought against that nonsense of thief, racist. Wow, I have people watching from X. Hey, people of X. I have never had people watch from X. This is the first time. I'm very excited. How are you guys doing on X? That's the first time. Of their racist core, congregation taught them. What did he teach them? What did he teach them? People of X. This is the first time I have people following from X. Can you say, can you guys say hi? So I can know that you are real. Is it a planet? No, it's a platform. All right, last one. Okay, I'm gonna answer that God created all people equal. So his father used to teach people in the church that, well, we are black, they are white, but we are all equal. Because, reminder, I will always, throughout this live stream, remind you of this picture. In the 1960s, less than 100 years ago, less than a century, white people were separated from black people in the United States. So even in water, white people would drink from one place, black people would drink from another place. The same goes for schools, the same goes for hospitals, the same goes for the bus. So even the bus, white people sit in the front, black people sit in the back. How awful was that? Now his family. So the first section was about Martin. Now his family. Who encouraged Martin with words, "You are as good as anyone else," when he lost his two friends? Who said this? His father or his mother? Yes, Twitter. I have a lot of people today watching from Twitter. Well, what's going on? What happened there? What happened there? But welcome, guys. You discovered us. You discovered this handsome face. So welcome. And these beautiful people in the chat. His father. As well as his mother. So when he was heartbroken, when he felt the sting of injustice, when his two best friends who were white, left him because he was black. Because no, and you can see that racism and hatred is taught. It's not something that you are born with. The little children, they were innocent. They used to play with Martin. They never saw him different. They never thought this kid is different because he is black. They never thought that. They were playing with him like any normal kid. But their parents told them, don't play with that kid. He is black. It was the parents. So racism is taught, right? Racism is taught. We are all born nice people, and then some parents teach their kids to hate. Let's see the answer. It was his mother, actually. Next one. Who filled the King family home with music and books? Their family was different, because instead of facing hatred with hatred, they faced it with love, with music, with books. But it was one of the parents who filled the house with music and books. Was it the mother? Was it the father? You guys tell me in the chat. His father. People of X. Oh, wow. Why are you nervous, Animal 4K? Maybe his mother, his father. No, people, you. It was his mother again. It was his mother. Again, remind you. A loving father, a loving mother. Both are beautiful parents. But his father taught him wisdom at the church. His mother taught him love at home with books and music. So that's how it happened. this one is already answered, so it's okay. Who led protests and spoke against injustice? It was his father. All right. Now his childhood. Again, after the listening that we did. So if you weren't here when we were listening to the story of Martin Luther King, that's on you, because I have like set the timer for 2 days now. But you can make sure to not miss our future live streams by liking this video and following this channel. You will benefit a lot. We have a lot of videos. We have 3 live streams right now every week. How sad the moment was for them. Absolutely, yeah. So imagine you live in a country that hates you and still you tell your kids, hey, even if they hate us, you should love them. I love these 2 parents. I love these 2 parents. Please don't forget to like the video because today we are doing great, actually. I really love today. There is a lot of interaction, a lot of engagement, a lot of people watching. Today is like, maybe it was because of the title, Martin Luther King. His best friend separated. All right. There is already a question on the screen. What painful event did Martin experience at 6 years old? Let me see Amin's answer. His best friend separated from him because of his skin color. His friend could no longer play with him because of his skin color. I mean, you nailed it on the head. You got the answer perfectly correct. Yeah. Number 2, what did Martin feel after his friend's parents or after his parents told them not to play with him anymore? What did he feel? We saw this. Oh. Could you share the story in your WhatsApp group? Sure, I will share the full video there. He felt the sting of sadness after the sting. When he felt the sting, he was unable. Unable. This is unable, man. This is unable. Unable is the opposite of able. So I will definitely do that. Animals for K. He felt the sting of sadness. Not sadness. Of injustice. Of injustice, right? He felt the sting of injustice. Maybe of sadness as well. How did Martin's parents comfort him after this incident? Of course, his mother comforted him by music and books, while his father taught him wisdom and sermons so Martin can know the right relation between people and segregation. I mean, it's like he already memorized the whole listening that we did. His family was amazing, of course, and they gave us one of the strongest, most significant people in the history of the United States by giving him wisdom. All right, let's see if your answers are correct. They told him the world wasn't fair, but it could change. All right, so they comforted him, basically. Vocabulary right now, great. So this is the part that you guys like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 words that we learned today from this, or that we heard at least from today's video. Segregation, injustice, conviction, oppression, resistance. I will explain them very, very, very quickly, and you guys need to tell me where are we going to use each one of them by writing a number of the sentence plus the word. Segregation is separation. Injustice, the opposite of justice, right? Conviction is when you believe something. Conviction, I have a conviction means I believe. I have a conviction that all people are equal means I believe that all people are equal. Oppression is when you treat some people badly. Resistance is when you resist, when you fight back peacefully or unpeacefully. Injustice number 1. Injustice. Let me check. Yes, he felt the sting of injustice. His father's strong to fight injustice inspired Martin. Conviction, segregation. Strong, not segregation, not separation. His strong conviction, his strong belief. All right, so it's conviction. I want more people to join this. It's very easy. Come on. I'm feeling very tired right now. I spoke a lot today. B of black people in the United States was something Martin's father actively fought against. Segregation. Where is number 3, Arsenal? Where is number 3? Where is number 3? I can't see number 3. It's oppression. Bad treatment. The bad treatment of black people was something Martin's father actively fought against. Number 4, Martin believed in peaceful Amin says resistance. Is it at school? Amin, is it at school? Was it full? Was it a busy day? Resistance. So peaceful resistance. And finally, of course, it's a part. So Martin grew up in a time of segregation where black people and white people were separated. Segregation. Separation. Let's just review very quickly the words. Segregation, separation. Injustice. Let me show you segregation. I will show you this picture again and again. Right. White people can drink here. Black and colored people can drink here. This is segregation. Look how awful this was. Look how where black people drink and look where white people drink. Both of them are human beings. Very, very bad. All right, so segregation is the separation. Injustice, the opposite of justice. Conviction, belief. Oppression, bad treatment. And resistance is when you fight back. Again, you can fight back peacefully, like Martin and his father, so peaceful resistance, or you can fight, or you can resist and peacefully. Quote. We will finish with this quote. So this is one of Martin Luther King's famous quotes. I have a dream, of course. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Again, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Things that matter means important things. I mean, it's super fast. Sonic speed of light. It's 10 p.m. here. It's 10 p.m. where I am, and I'm drinking coffee. And I have work tomorrow in the morning. Bad decisions. Do you agree with this, guys? The quote that we have on the screen, do you agree with it? Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. You can tell me if you agree with it or disagree with it. You can tell me if you understand what it means. Whatever you guys like. Right. Okay. Great. Today's live stream is like on fire. Absolutely. If we start being silent, Martin Luther King, he saw injustice and he didn't stop it. He wasn't silent. He fought, and I want to remind you, he lost his life. He lost his life fighting for injustice. He lost his life so that this can end, so that this can no longer be. He lost his life. He was assassinated. He was killed because he said this is not okay. I'm just gonna remind you. So during his life, he told us, if you are silent about things that matter, if you are silent when you see injustice, your life will end. Your free life will begin to end, because the role is next. You are next, right? You are next. Maybe today someone else is treated badly, but tomorrow it's you. So if you are silent today, maybe you will be the victim tomorrow, right? That's what he meant. And also, it's very true today, especially today. Yeah. People were more silent, losing their rights, but he is the reason black people are free as they are born. Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of people are silent today about what's going on Thank you, thank you, Arsenal. Thank you. A huge W for chat as well today. Chat was on fire today. I'm sweating right now because I was trying to keep up with the chat today. The chat, you lit it on fire today, guys. Thank you. I love you all. Yeah. So I want to just remind you. If you want, you can visit our YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel, so that you can listen to 1 hour 40-minute story of Martin Luther King. Right. So we have the full story here from his birth to his death, his ideas, the major events in his life. So you can listen to the video on our channels. I want to also remind you of a little thing. Wait. So I shared the video today, and I want to ask you guys to go and watch it if you don't mind. So on my channel, so that you can go later and watch it. And of course, you can also visit. So while I'm doing this, I want to remind you that we have a beautiful website. This is our website, wooenglish.com. On this website, is someone bullying me? Is someone bullying me here? No? All right. Don't bully me, guys. Wait. Change account. Yeah, so I was talking about our website, wooenglish.com, where you are going to find PDFs of all the stories, including Martin Luther King. I think it's there. Even if it's not there, you can still listen to it on. You can download PDF books on our website, wooenglish.com. It's amazing. Stay with me. I wanna show you one more thing. Stay there. Don't go. I can see you. I can see you trying to click away. Stay there. Don't move. Don't move. Stay right where you are. Stop. I'm just joking. Stay there, but don't go. Don't go. All right. So, where is? All right. Okay, this is my channel. So this is my personal channel, Hamza Jat. You can write it right there, right? You can write it. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. No one bullied me. So I just dropped a video. Today, and it's right here. So it's Speak With Me, all right? It's Speak With Me. So it's about job interviews. So if you wanna, a lot of you asked me to drop some videos related to work and the job interview. So I did. So in this video, it's just 4 minutes, very quickly. You can watch it right now after you finish the live stream. You can go to my channel. This is my channel. Hamza Jat, right? This is my channel. Oopsie. All right, I clicked away. Oh, no, where it went. Come on, YouTube. All right, okay. Yeah. So right here, the last video, Speak With Me. So we have two dialogues. You will practice them with me as if we are speaking, me and you, and you will find in these two dialogues expressions that you can use in job interviews. All right. When they ask you, talk to us about your previous work, so you can practice that. Or if they ask you, do you have any questions for us? So here you will learn how to answer that. So go to the video, click on it. If you don't like it, you can watch other videos. I have videos about pronunciation, tips, learning English, not forgetting words. So I have a lot of tips in that channel. So don't forget, this is my channel, Hamza Jat. All right, 32. I'm gonna see you on Friday. Maybe I'm gonna see you on Thursday first. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, wooenglish.com, or go to our website here and join us on WhatsApp, on Instagram, etc. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. It was a very, very tiring live stream, but it was a fire one. Thank you so much. See you next live stream.